What's up, everybody? Welcome to Apex Academy. Today we're going to be doing actually a little bit different of a video where we answer a comment that we received here on the comments for one of the videos I made yesterday. So I made a video about building a single product Shopify store, kind of showed how I built it in under 20 minutes, at least most of the parts to it, and we'll continue that series because there are a few parts to the back end that we got to take care of, like the wish list, the newsletter, some small things like that. But I want to go ahead and share the comment and the topic of today's video. So I had a comment about somebody who asks, we were kind of going back and forth about talking about drop shipping and sourcing products and things like that. And so he says, he's basically saying he wants to know the process of how they should go about shipping to the customer from China without waiting 2 to 4 weeks. And could they avoid chargeback and how to avoid chargebacks? Also, cost-efficient ways to ship to a customer without them waiting long when starting out a new store. Thanks. That's what he said, basically. So, shout out to Mahad. He's the guy who asked the question. So there's a lot there in your comment, right? You're asking about how does a customer get the order quickly, in under 2 to 4 weeks, like under that time. How do you avoid chargebacks as a seller, and kind of a bunch of different things. Well, the first thing is you got to realize that, if you're doing drop shipping, you're going the most cost-effective way. You're going the most cost-effective way from an upfront perspective. So from an upfront cost perspective. So if you, for example, want to ship out a product from, let's say Aliexpress. Let's say you're doing Aliexpress drop shipping. Well, then you're going the most cost-effective way for you because you're not paying upfront for your products. But realize everything you do comes with a cost. Because if it's not a financial cost now, it's a cost later. And you probably know about some of my past videos where I strictly mentioned, I said very, very clearly, I said the worst thing that you could do is rely on AliExpress dropshipping for 2 to 4 weeks to wait for the product to get to the customer. And most times it's not 2 to 4 weeks. It could be more, could be 40, 50 days till they receive the product. There's no guarantee they will receive the product. There's no guarantee they'll receive the product in the quality that's advertised. Just a whole host of issues, okay? So let's just tackle one thing at a time. You mentioned, like, how do you avoid chargebacks? Well, the first thing you want to do is, by avoiding chargebacks, you come at it with complete honesty, okay? And I want to also say something that you shouldn't be scared of chargebacks. The reason why you're scared of chargebacks or you have some kind of resentment towards it is because you're probably not making enough money now anyways, okay? So just keep in mind that chargebacks come due to lack of honesty, or the customer feels like they're just not, something's not being told to them in the truth or something like that. And in most cases for legitimate businesses, customers are going to win the chargebacks, not because the customer is correct, but because the business owner doesn't know how to fight the chargeback properly. We fight a lot of chargebacks and we win some of them. And I remember when I was working on my clothing company, I've had a few chargebacks here and there. And when I say a few, I mean a lot, but not a lot compared to the grand scheme. I mean, less than, 0.5% was chargebacks, but half of the orders, 0.5% of orders, so not even 1% of orders were chargebacks. But out of the percentage that were chargebacks, very, very few ever even won. And I would say out of all the chargebacks, maybe 2% won the chargeback. And the reason why is because we back it up in straight up data, right? Shipping policies, delivery policies, the tracking numbers, things like that. All these things are important. One thing you want to do is you don't want to skimp when you're shipping products, and you want to offer also an insurance option when people pay for shipping. And you want to make it very clear in your description that you don't guarantee, you don't hold responsibility if the product is not fully delivered to the client. Now, if you are going to be one of those pro customer support kind of businesses, which the truth is majority of people in dropshipping, at least when they're starting, are not, and they're kind of trying to suck up every dollar, which is fine. I understand it. Every business got to start somewhere. But the majority of people are not going to offer free refunds or something like that. But I could see definitely a business that's doing very, very well giving the product away for free if the customer threatens to charge for do a chargeback. Now, that's the first thing, is don't be scared of chargebacks. It's natural for you to be scared of them. If you're not making enough money, you have an income problem, you do not have a chargeback problem, okay? The second thing here is you have questions about the process of how a customer from China can get the product without waiting 2 to 4 days while also still being cost effective. The answer is there is no cost effective way to do that. You're either going to have to move away from Aliexpress and find a different manufacturer, or you're going to have to order products to your house or your business locally, or you're just going to have to rely on United States-based shipping or country-based shipping for China. So, for example, we searched here tools on AliExpress, and we could choose where they could ship from. So we have United States, we have Turkey, we have China. I could select United States, see what options I have, and then ship from there. Okay, so for example, let's say this product here, 12-volt auto brake fluid tester, whatever that it means. Here we select the United States. The product will be estimated delivery in 5 to 7 business days, free shipping, which is actually not that bad. Most sellers won't provide free shipping, so in terms of cost effective, that's pretty cost effective. Now, will that limit the amount of products that you can sell, like the pool of products? Absolutely, because some products it will cost too much for the manufacturer, the Chinese manufacturer, to get it to a warehouse in America and kind of, store it there. All these things cost a tremendous amount of fees for the manufacturers. So sometimes they won't do that. And most times they won't. But that's what you want to check for. You want to check for these things if you're going to go with AliExpress. Most people who do dropship are going to use AliExpress, but there's a whole bunch of other options out there. You have Dropify, you have Zendrop, you have all these different brands. You should do some research on them, but trying to find what works for you. But typically, they also have fees to join. So in terms of cost effective, I'm assuming based on your questions with the whole chargebacks and everything, maybe you're not doing a very significant number in sales every month. And so based on my assumption, when we're talking cost effective, you probably want to keep your costs low, and you might not want to essentially pay to join a certain software or a certain business that will fulfill these products for you at no cost to you. Probably doesn't exist. So the best route that you would probably be looking for is something like this, and make sure you drop ship it that way, where they kind of promise free shipping soon. With that being said, all these things kind of come together with one problem. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. All these kind of answers could be alleviated with one issue, and that's maintaining a flow of income, maintaining a flow of sales, and that's getting good at marketing, okay? As long as you're good at marketing and you have essentially an influx of customers 24/7, 365, all of these problems will solve themselves. You're not going to have to worry about something that's quote-unquote cost-effective if you're getting a ton of customers who always want your business and things like that. So a lot of the times people focus on the wrong things with Shopify or just business in general. A lot of times people are putting way too much emphasis and way too much talks on, where are they getting their products from, where it's being manufactured, how the products are being designed, things like that are really kind of irrelevant to the sales process. The most important things you should focus on is the actual marketing, the promotion side of the business. But with that being said, there's a lot of this propaganda on the internet today that's advertising this idea that you should be focusing on, which manufacturer, shipping times, and things like that. In general, a customer should be receiving their product relatively quickly if you want to stay in competition, if you want to get recurring customers. If you want them to come back and buy from your store again, they have to be satisfied. They have to be interested in what they bought. And more importantly, they have to be okay with the shipping times that you offer. There's all these videos on YouTube of people saying, here are the products that you should sell in March of 2021 or in October, in the future when September is coming up, you guys are probably going to see a whole bunch of Shopify creators create a video like top products to sell in 2021. September Shopify dropshipping products. Here's the product list. And then they're going to have the same thing for October and the same thing for January 2022. Basically, every month they're going to come out with a video selecting random products of things that you should sell to get more sales. All of that is nonsense. All of that is marketing. All of that is ways to get you as a viewer to click so that they can make more money as creators. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what product you select. It depends on how you market that product. Good example of this, instead of sitting here and saying, hey, it's going to take you 4 weeks to get your product because we order the product from China, you could say, hey, demand is extremely high, so please wait 2 to 4 weeks. That's just a simple example. Now, I'm not saying that you should make your customers wait 2 to 4 weeks. This is why I don't engage in Aliexpress dropshipping. I don't engage in dropshipping, period. I used to, but not anymore. Back then in 2016, when dropshipping was relatively new and nobody was really talking about it, and it wasn't called dropshipping at the time, I was essentially being the middleman. I was doing business, and it worked phenomenally well. Nobody complained about shipping times. Shipping times was never an issue. Now, Amazon has kind of quantified the process, made things very, very fast, and even qualitative approach. The quality is phenomenal when you receive a product from Amazon. The very fast shipping. All these kind of things matter. For you, I would say if you want to keep things cost effective and you can't afford to buy the product to your house, and ship it out manually, I would just say look for this option. Search for a product, make sure it ships from the United States at free shipping or cheap shipping, and that's the way I would do it. If I see that sales kind of continue on, I would do a bulk order, hold them at, whatever warehouse or house that you have, maybe a spare bedroom, maybe a little closet, whatever you have available to you, and ship it out that way. That's what I would do if I was a small business owner kind of building up. But with that being said, these are just some basic tips to hopefully I answered your question the right way. But Mahad, the one thing you want to really, really focus on is, yes, find products that are suitable for your business and all this, but try not to get sidetracked. You're going to see a lot of videos of, especially as a beginner, because I could tell based on your question, these are beginner level questions, and there's no shame in that, by the way, but a lot of beginners, they get shiny object syndrome. They see a video of somebody talking about the absolute best product to sell right now, or the best products to sell this quarter, the best products to sell in Q4. All of that is nonsense. It's baloney. It's gibberish. It doesn't matter. The product doesn't make the seller. The seller makes the product. The seller is the person that makes that product special. The product does not make the seller. If that was the case, any humdrum, no experience person can grab a quote-unquote winning product. I hate that word, winning product, because there's no such thing. Grabs a quote-unquote winning product and markets it, and then eventually makes money. It doesn't work that way. It has to be a good, educated marketer who knows exactly what they're doing, can take any product and sell it, okay? So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I was very clear. Might be a little bit harsh what I'm saying, but hopefully it's understandable, and try to focus on the success and the marketing long term. Find products that may work for you right now, but look for a better future, because dropshipping shouldn't be the game for the whole, your whole journey here with e-commerce. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Bye.